Well, hello, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. I was just going to build this uneventful bamboo farm, but I thought let's put that TNT to good use that we found in the various temples. So I'm just about to do that. Right after we populated this sheep farm a little more. Nice little conveyor belts. Those are too far apart. But let's have some fun with, shall we? So got some buildings up to level 3 and 2, got some more research done. They are waiting for various materials, but I quite am strapped on time. I was going to build this just off camera, but I thought all of a sudden, hey, I have some TNT, so why not do it old school way? And blast out some rock here. Let's get it on. I might blow myself up in the process, but we will see how it goes. Should be just about right. Huh? Oh right, we're in the middle of my colony protection. That's not gonna work then. Now with this bamboo smelter farm, we can expand it a little bit back if we need more. But we're gonna start with the front face. For that it's important to know where we're gonna place our furnaces. That's a rather inefficient way. So I want to cover most of the bamboo with a bit of hillside. So I was thinking, come here, want a little bit of space in front. And you want them about yay high. Just as an indication. So that's where everything would be. Drop down chests. If you need more, you could make silos way down. Do we want a way down or do we want to put these a little bit up? So we have at least 2 chests under each. Maybe that would be good. Yeah. So the design will be nothing new. Just a flying machine. I will use the sturdy stone blocks, which are basically a furnace without the furnace functionality, as a guide rail. See you back when it's done. So that's the heart of the machine done. This should now be functional. These chests should be where the output is. Then we have separated chest for the fuel and 2 separated chests for the items you want cooked. Now we do need something to fill this up though. And as to fuel, I will test it with coal, but I don't have too much. But I will be connecting the bamboo farm above to those chests, and I will be getting something to cook up. Yes, that should be good enough for a test run. And it should be working now. At least in a couple of seconds. This thing with this one furnace in the middle not working is still there. But yeah, that seems to be doing what it should be doing, right? Now, obviously we will not be using coal to power this thing, as it would be trash expensive. No. What you need is a renewable energy source, and we have some in the Modpacks, but that's more the advanced stuff. And for now I was thinking bamboo would do fine. Now this of course is not any new invention, but I think it will work fine for us anyway. This laystone I will probably change out for something else, but I have to think about aesthetics anyway. But I will first build the functional part up of the bamboo. And as said, I want basically most of this covered, so I want to restore the mountainside at some point and just have the tops of the bamboo sticking out. Now, a good question is what size to make this. And the answer, I think, is hill-sized. We can always expand it on a little bit further if we want to, but I think just about here should do it. Doesn't have to be too big. And that should be about it. Nighttime I should sleep probably, because it's been a few days. Like so, and so. Now one of these, just one, siphons off into these chests, just in case you want a little bit of ordinary bamboo. And if everything is done as it should be, this should be a little engine. And as so. I should build it one back though. Like a saw. That should be all good now. Yep. Okay. These things are noisy. And so... And that should be good to fill in. Hill has to become a little bit bigger though. There's probably some stuff caught in the system. Yeah, a little bit there. Anyway, I will finish it up. It starts raining anyway. Yeah, that should be good for a test. Anyway. Let's run it. Now there will probably be not too much of constant running. I will just to fill up the system in the beginning, I think. But after that I will just come here and then whenever I'm filling the smeltery I can also run it. Why are things not being picked up? Or is it just taking time? Oh, they are actually lying on top of the bamboo stalks. Interesting. Yeah, that's a sort of loss that's not really preventable, I guess. There's still this moments where it just gives this little spike. And I'm not sure if it's the recording software, because if I'm not recording there's nothing of the sort. And sometimes it just keeps working well, constantly. See? There's 5 gig of RAM, so it should be plenty, but anyway. So did it already fill, or what's the deal here? That's why. Yeah. The fuel can't keep up with smelting when it's not full yet. Okay. That's fine. I will be filling it up. The sheep farm is pretty much full. plus a couple of extra. Should be good, should be good. Are you a mountain goat? Before I lock off the wiring, I thought I'd give you a quick look around. So we have the automatic system here. It will retract this redstone block, unpowering this line, which will start the farm. We also have a piston here that will shove this redstone block besides the repeater, which is for the manual override system. So that should just activate it once. That one should also only activate it once. And it steers both sides, so it doesn't matter which position the robot is at. I'm glad this is done. I had a bit of a leak just when I was about to finish, and that destroyed most of my rails down, so I had to take it all out and basically do half of it again. Bringing the layer of glass up to the level of the observer, at least maybe even higher, but I think that should be high enough. And then we got a working farm. Ouch. Gotta be careful with the jumping though. Oh yeah. So I've been busy a bit, not just with the slime farm, but also with some other things. So let's move on right over to the enchantment table for just a second and let's look at the goodies. I got my set almost complete. I'm wondering if it's worth the effort of putting mending on a shield, seeing they are so cheap, but I may as well. Come on, you can do this. I know you can. Ah! Well, not if I balls up, of course. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh, my horse is sinking. Yeah, okay. As said, horses are pretty good. Just got out. So we got this lag machine. I can't seem to reach it. Hush! What a noise. Even 2% is still quite loud. Much better. So that little project did take up most of my iron collection. Come on. And I might be in need of some caving pretty soon. But I'm glad it's done, because it's quite necessary. I'm not sure if the sugarcane farm will be besides it, but we will see. And now that's all done, it's time for another trip. You don't actually want to be here. So this thing? What is it? A foxhound. Anyway, it's another fortress. I already saw Blaze. Just a little perilous getting over there, I guess. Probably completely safe. Let me take a good look at this thing. It's pretty sizable. That's good though. And this is where our portal to the stronghold should be. Ooh, scary noises. Oh, let's see if we're right. How much do we want to bet that these spiders are just below the ground here? They're certainly somewhere close. A dungeon. Yeah. Be nasty. Sure. It's completely safe. Ever since they made spiders crawl up, It's just not the same anymore. That's okay, I guess. And back we go. Get away. It's fine. These things still make way too much noise. Anyway, that trip. The stronghold had 2 libraries, with emphasis on head, as I took all the books. And the nether fortress has 2 blaze spawners, but I don't think they are actually in range of each other. So we might just end up using one of them. Anyway, I'm glad I'm out of there. We made a road to the stronghold anyway, so we got a good way into preparing for that. Now I think I will be lining up the men and women to work in the colony, so they can do something while we're on our way finding some goodies. Now there is something incredibly weird about harvesting the souls of people from hell. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry in advance if this speech won't be too spontaneous, but I have already recorded it a number of times. But yeah, I'm testing out some various options and it didn't go as well as planned. So I tried out OBS, right? And a lot of people use OBS, and I also used to use OBS and had no problem with it. But now it seems to record all fine and have all the right settings, like 12,000 kbit per second, 60 frames or 30 frames. My video card is able to do 1080p. All those things should be in order, but at the end of it all, when it's processed, it still turns out a little bit of a slideshow. Not really a slideshow, but noticeable, right? So I don't know what's up with that, and the recording software I use now has the downside of, well, saving it in a rather large file format, which isn't really a problem in the storage area, but more in the time area of the editing, because it takes quite some time to load it in and to then render it. Anyway, having that technical thing out of the way, which I just state because I think some of you might be able to tell me what might be the problem with that, we go back to the Minecraft topics. So I reinstalled Optifine, and that's in the pre-release phase now, so there are some issues with it. One of this is that not all the Minecolonies workbench textures seem to be loading, and as you see over there, it seems to provide some chunk loading errors, which don't really seem to stay a problem if I reload the chunks, but also weren't there when Optifine wasn't installed. However, the performance is a lot better, so I do opt to keep it around. Now I was also thinking about the rules of the game, and more in the sense of the mods that I use. So for example, I have this journey map mod that has a teleport function, but I think because it's without a cost that it's a bit too cheap just to use willy-nilly. Now there are also other mods that have teleport functions, like Coriel's Tombstone. and they have a cost for teleport, so I can use those. But I was also thinking about actual vanilla items. So we are more or less in the medieval phase with this town, and I don't think concrete fits with that, to name an example. And I might first opt for alternatives like terracotta. And come to think of it, I used framed glass over there, so I might want to change that. Then the nether, we went to the fortresses, but the place spawners were not in range of each other, so I am actually thinking about heading out and see if I can find a better configuration for that. And then lastly, things like TNT or item duplication. However fun they are, I don't think I will apply them because I do not think they are really in the spirit of the game. And as I said before, it's a little bit hard with mods to decide on what's the spirit of the game and what's not. But I think if I want to use TNT, I should be collecting loads of this stuff. Now I do think that was sort of all I missed. So as usual, I wish you a pleasant morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. This was arPos Colony, and we're out.